Today we have beautiful gaming Dell laptop G15 5515 series. It's an AMD Ryzen 7 5th series with RTX 3050 Ti graphics card and beautiful screen, 120 Hz refresh rate. Let's take it apart, let's see what we can fix, replace or upgrade. Let's start. So we'll start with bottom screws. Okay, now find a gap where you can put your tool in, and you have to lift the bottom cover. So use the plastic tool to disconnect all the clips. It looks like this cover is holding us up, so let's take it off. So first let's take out the screws on the back for this cover. One is already missing, it should be here. Alright, and the cover is out. Here we have the part number. So now let's continue with our bottom case. Alright, now the bottom is off. Here we have the part number. Now we can access all the internal components. So start with disconnecting the battery. Pull out the connector, and now we can take out the battery. So if the battery doesn't hold the charge or it's swollen, you can replace it. Unscrew these screws on the top. And now we can take it out. Here we have battery type and the part number. Here we can see our RAM memory slots. One is unoccupied, the other is occupied. So if the memory doesn't work, or you would like to replace with the bigger one, spread those arms, and this is how we can take it out. That's our DDR4 memory. Here we can see our Wi-Fi card. So if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, you can replace this card. Unscrew this one screw on the top and disconnect the antenna wires. And now we can take out the card. Here we have the model number. Let's take a look at our speakers. So if the sound is bad, you would like to replace the speakers. So disconnect from the motherboard. And this is how we can take them out. So there is no screws, they just connected to the motherboard. So those are our speakers. Here we have the part number. So now let's take out our I/O board. This board has our audio port and the network port. So if these ports are broken, don't work, you can replace this board. Take out these two screws. And disconnect from the motherboard. And this is how you can take it out. So that's our audio board. Here we have the part number. Now, let's take out the motherboard with the heatsink and fans. I'm gonna disconnect all the connectors that remain connected to the motherboard. So that's our DC power jack. So if your laptop isn't getting the power, you can replace this jack. So that's our DC power jack. Here we have the part number. And on the video cable, on the actual cable. Okay, now I will continue with disconnecting all the connectors. So that's a video cable. To disconnect it, flip this retaining clip. Now we can pull it out. I'm disconnecting this opposite fan. That's our Wi-Fi antenna, so let's take it out of the way. Now let's take out all the remaining screws. Actually, let's check under that cover. That's our storage. So if your laptop doesn't boot and tells you there is no boot device, or you would like to upgrade to the bigger one, this is how you can take it out. That's the NVMe SSD drive. Continue disconnecting everything from the motherboard. That's our keyboard connector. Okay. Another screw for the fan. Alright, so the motherboard is out. Now if we would like, let's take out this I/O board. This one has USB ports. If these ports don't work, you can replace this board. So that's the I/O board. Here we should have the part number, or here. Now let's continue with the heatsink. So if you would like to repaste the cooling paste, or the heatsink is bad, or the fans don't spin, or they make grinding noise, this is when you would like to replace it. So take out all the screws. Okay, now gently lift the heatsink. Watch out, don't bend it. It won't work if you bend it. Alright, and this is how you can take it out. Here we have the part number. And here, that's our motherboard. It has the processor and the graphics card. They both soldered on the motherboard, so if they don't work, you have to replace the whole motherboard. Here we have the part number. And by the way, if you need parts, check gotlaptopparts.com. Now let's get back to our Palmrest keyboard assembly. We would like to disconnect it from the screen. So in order to do that, let's unscrew the hinge screws. That's our Wi-Fi antenna. Alright, so the screen is disconnected. That's our Palmrest keyboard touchpad assembly. Let's see if we can replace the touchpad. Yeah, looks like we can. Take out these screws. And this is how you can take out the touchpad. Look for the part numbers on those white stickers. As for the keyboard, it looks like it's riveted to the Palmrest, so you cannot replace it. You would have to buy the whole new Palmrest keyboard assembly. Here, that's our power button. So if the power button doesn't work, you can replace it. Let's take out these screws. So that's our power button board. Alright, so the keyboard stays with the Palmrest. And now let's get back to the screen. Let's see if we can take out the screen. So look for the gap where you can lift the bezel. Once you find it, wiggle this plastic piece and disconnect all the clips. Sometimes there is also adhesive underneath, so watch out for this. Alright, the front bezel is out. Here we have the part number. Now, in order to take out this screen, find those pull tabs, like this one here, and pull it from underneath. This adhesive strip is on both sides. Okay, now You can take out the screen. Here we have a video connector on the back, so gently disconnect it. Flip this retaining clip, and now we can pull out the connector. So that's our screen. Here we have the model number and the part number. So now let's take out the video cable. Looks like the hinges are already broken off from the back cover, so we can take them out. This damage is very often found in this model. Okay, now let's take out the video cable and the webcam cable. So that's the video cable. Here we have the part number. Now let's see if we can take out the webcam. It is held by adhesive, so be careful. Alright, so that's our webcam. Here we have the part number. That's our back cover with the Wi-Fi antenna. Here we have the part number. Unfortunately, this one is damaged. Alright, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next